Product feedback here. We've got a special treat for all our viewers out there. We've got a special guest reviewer who goes under the alias of
MK, and today I will be reviewing the Nokia N96. It is a much hyped phone by Nokia, which was released around the end of 2008. Many people wanted this phone, but now that I have my hands on it, I'll be reviewing it, and then you guys can actually decide that you actually want it, or you still want to go with another phone. So, looking forward to actually reviewing it.
Now, make sure you leave your comments, you subscribe, your reviews. If you've got an N96, if you've got a Symbian phone, I want your comments. I want to hear from you. So let us know what you think so we can make more good videos just for you viewers out there. Thank you.
Today we have the Nokia N96, which features a Symbian S60 operating system. It also has dual slider form factor, which means it slides up to expose the number pad keys, and it slides downwards to expose the media key. This phone also features a 5 megapixel Carl Zeiss camera, and it has dual xenon flash. And the good thing about this phone is that you also have a kickstand right here. So when you're watching a video, you can lay it like this without even touching it and have it on an angle so you can watch the video easily. This phone also has a 3.5mm head jack, and this phone also features dual speakers, stereo speakers, one here, so you can have 3D sound as well. Down here you have the USB port, and then here you have the recharger port, and here's where you put the micro SD. Alright guys, now we're actually going to turn on the phone to see how long it actually takes to load. As you see here, I've pressed the power button and the keypad lights up, and it takes quite a while to actually load. As you can see, the screen just turned on. Still loading, still loading. The Nokia logo appears, and still loading, still loading, and you have the original Nokia logo. Actually loads with a welcome message as well, and it's loading. Here you can actually see the screen. Here's the menu. Here you can see the contacts, messages, and it also comes with inbuilt Nokia maps. It can require Wi-Fi for good connectivity, or it also works as it uses GPS, inbuilt GPS. So it's asking me to go online right now. I'll say no, but you can see here in the corner it tells you the status of the GPS, how much information is being received, how many kilobytes. Right now there's none, so it takes a lot of time to actually load and get the GPS signal. But when it's up and running, you can actually look for your position where you are. And here we go towards the music menu. Displays the music player, has a music store, podcasting, and a radio. So we go down to the photos menu, and it comes up with a list where it says captured, says the month in which it was captured, the albums, the tags downloaded, and all the other files. There's an inbuilt capacity of 16 GB in this phone, and it can be expanded up to 32 GB. This phone also features 16 million colors on the screen. It's a 3-inch screen, so it's pretty big for watching videos. You can change the orientation of the screen as well. You can turn the volume down as well using the volume keys up here. And watching it in widescreen is better. It gives you more view of the whole video. And you can also turn it back into a portrait. Pause it using that key, or stop it totally. And if we slide it this way, the screen orientation changes from portrait to landscape, and you actually can now see the media keys being lit up on the sides, the rewind, stop, play, and forward. And the cool thing is, when you actually close that port, you actually see the media keys light up here near the middle pad. And then you also have the shortcut to your recently accessed videos and music and all those other stuff that you've recently maybe opened. So when you press that dedicated media key, it opens up with a window with photos, video, stuff like that you can go through. It's pretty cool time. The only thing I hate about the Nokia Symbian series is that they load pretty slow. So when you're changing from different applications, it takes quite a while. It's not as smooth, and the transitioning is really kind of annoying. And you also have multitasking on this phone, so when you hold the the menu key for around maybe 2 seconds, 3 seconds, it gives you an overlay of how many applications are running at one time. And the cool thing about this phone is that you can lock the keypad just by a flick of the key right here. Now here, you're going to look at the camera key. You can turn on the camera by actually holding down the key for around maybe 2 seconds, and it loads up the camera. It gives you an overview of that's the flash if you want to turn it on. The self timer. It also has the sequence mode, so you can take simultaneous photos, colored tones and everything. So it's all on the side. And well, you can change the contrast and stuff like that, the sharpness, which is pretty good. Start the browser. It takes some time to actually load, so it's not as quick as some other phones out in the market right now. But that's the only thing about Symbian that really, I think, bothers people, that it's kind of slow and sometimes it actually lags. And I actually use it, and one time it actually froze. The only criticism I have about this phone is that it's a bit too thick. It's like you're not really holding a phone, you're actually holding a brick. So it's pretty thick, and it's not as as sleek as other phones. And like some Nokias, and if you go online and actually look it up on the forums, you have some Nokia N96s have the keypad here actually makes a noise. It's like a sticky noise when you have a plastic which is not really stuck properly on. And I don't know if you can hear it, but annoying. So it makes your phone look really cheap, even though this costs maybe around $950. The sliding is not that bad. I mean, it's firm. This way it's even firmer, so it feels like it's solid, but that way kind of feels like it's kind of a plastic phone, but it's actually And at the back here, you can see that this side, it's how it's when you open up that, it's really thin, and it has the ability to actually crack or break. So it's not, you can actually lose the back cover in many ways. And the only problem I think that this phone shouldn't have is that, like every other phone that doesn't have a changeable cover, no dust should be going into the screen. But I've noticed, I've had this phone for around 6 months, and that I have used it, and when the first time I got it, in the first 2 weeks, there was built up of dust inside the screen. And I thought that wasn't supposed to happen, because the phones are usually airtight and vacuumed from the inside. But the problem is that you have to, remove the front cover with this special tool that Nokia provides separately, and then you can clean the screen that way. But it doesn't mean that dust won't come back. So that's a problem for some people who actually like to keep their phone clean. And well, that's about it.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that product review of the Nokia N96. Make sure you subscribe
And comment.